We can get serious. Let's see. Let's talk seriously. Okay, so you're running for the school board, and you ran before. You ran when the incorporation occurred. So when we first had the Unified School District, or did you run before?
No, I actually ran in 2008, which was before that.
So that was before that. That was okay. That was the one. That would end up being the group of board members who did all the work to kind of do unification.
That's right.
Okay.
I don't know about all the work, but the vast majority of it, yes.
Well, theoretical, yeah. A lot of work they had to have done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there was been an election since that election and the election we're on currently. Right, there was the one for the unified board. Is there a reason why you opted not to run then, but you opted to run now? Like, did something happen that there's something come to your attention that you thought you could help in addition with? Is that why maybe you skipped a round?
Actually,
That makes sense.
actually, the last couple of elections, there was this little thing called the housing market, and I wasn't quite sure how stable my position was. And I really felt like unless I knew that, or I had every reason to believe, you obviously don't know, but unless I had every reason to believe that I would be around for the full term, I didn't really feel like it was right to run. And the housing market was so unstable, and since I was in housing, I felt like it wasn't that I had a reason to believe, I actually had a reason to suspect that I wouldn't.
Right, sure, that makes sense. I that seems totally reasonable. You'd want to be there for the whole term. If you're going to run for something, yeah, do the whole way.
There are good reasons to resign, and obviously losing your job and having to move somewhere is one of them.
I think they get a whole lot better.
But I feel like before you run, you should kind of do a self-evaluation and a self-inventory and make sure you have every reason to believe that there's not some issue that's going to come up.
Yeah, you're agreeing with the vote. You're saying to voters, yeah, I want to be your representative for 4 years. And, once you've said that, then you should try to fulfill your 4 years. If you suspect you may not be able to, I think that's completely reasonable. So then this election, you did have an option. This election, you could run for a 2-year seat as opposed to a 4-year seat. Because Shane's seat is only a 2-year seat. But you opted for the 4-year seat instead of the 2-year seats. I actually feel like the roots are there and you're going to be in the community for much longer. Your kids, I think, have just gotten to the high school, right? So I think.
Yeah, and I've been working in Sacramento for 2 years now. It is kind of a long commute, but I'm used to it. And actually, time-wise, it's not as bad as some of the people in this. Yeah, it's reversed, and it's not as bad as some of the people in this community that they commute all the way into Pleasanton and then they ride BART all the way into San Francisco. Now that's a commute.
Okay, so the tax problem is settled, right? We have our nonprofit status. So what do you have left to do then? You sound pretty accomplished.
Well, as important as the community service was to me, and even though it was kind of a springboard that kind of led me to decide to consider again whether to run for school board, that's actually a small part of the reason, a small part of the value that I think that I bring to the school board. I think that the 20 years that I have in business and construction, the most recent article, or that recent article, the $140,000 sidewalk issue, right now the question is whether or not Turner Construction did appropriate preparation procedures given the expansive soils. And the reality is that when you sign a contract with a contractor, not when you buy a home. When you buy a home, you didn't hire that contractor to do something for you. They said they built a home for you. So fit and finish, all that kind of stuff, they have to fix it. But when you hire a contractor to build a school for you, the risk gets divided up. There's a million different risk components, and they get divided. They're either on the school district side of the table or they're on the contractor side of the table.
So if we go to your website, which again was what?
www.electcolinclements.com.
What other platforms will we see there?
You will see my philosophy, obviously, on school site construction, right? And I talk about that. Enrichment programs, I talk about that.
What's enrichment programs? Sorry. Is that like arts, science, music, GATE sort of stuff?
GATE,
sort of stuff?
Yeah, and enrichment programs are not GATE. GATE is an enrichment program.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. This was awesome.
Hey, thanks very much for coming out. This is our second attempt. Hopefully, we'll do some more. We'll have some more questions as we get closer to the day. We're hoping to have people back on again. Would you be interested in doing something with maybe the other candidates?
Absolutely.
There won't be any Brand Act violations, so we
Possibly a
can sort
panel
of
interview?
throw out a little panel action.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would love the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure.